Today, I want to talk about money. This is day 12 of 365 days of being me. In our modern society, in the way we live our lives, money is often the number one roadblock that prevents us from actually taking action on changing our lives or focusing on our well-being, our healing, our mental health. Creating a better future for our families, or just helping us to have more time to actually do the things we love with the people we love while we're still, physically capable of doing those things. Isn't it a little bit funny how we, when time is actually, I think, the most valuable resource we have as human beings, that we spend decades working often in jobs we don't like for someone else, only that then when we are 70 to 85 years old, we get to be like, oh, now is your time to do what you want. And then often we live in this space of like, it really feels like this is the only way. Like this is the only option there is to continue living like this. Because of course we need food on the table. We need to pay our rents or pay our mortgage or whatever it is. We need to kind of maintain the lifestyle we have. And often it's like, that's the only option to do that. Well, I actually disagree about that. And I wanted to share a little bit about my own journey with this topic, because I used to be, when I was still working, as I was most of my career working for someone else and getting paid for doing that work, I never really focused so much on money, right? It was more like, okay, I get the monthly paycheck and I make do, right? When I found myself in a situation where the day job I was doing was kind of looking great on the outside, but then on the inside, I was crying every day I walked home from work. I realized like there is a disconnect here. Like I am trying to tell myself that something is not okay. So that kind of led me to take this, in a way, leap of like, okay, let me shift the direction of my career. Let me actually invest in this big training around becoming a professional coach, and then later like a somatic body-based healer. And that work kind of, in a way, forced me out of the old paradigm. And fast forwarding, a lot of the things, most of the things in my old life collapsed around me a few years ago, and I really had to take all my energy to work on myself, to heal myself, to face the things that had kind of caused almost this like an identity crisis for myself. And this was a turning point, because then it led me to actually have to face the money stuff as well. Like I had to completely unlearn everything I've learned about money, everything I was taught about money, everything I was unconsciously believing to be true about money, which is not easy because we live in this world where, it's very much the kind of the fixed story about like what money is, what does it mean when you have money, what does it mean when you don't have money, all of these stories, all of the shame, all of the kind of the things we definitely don't want to look at. So throughout this work, and especially this year when this topic has been a lot on my own table, I've realized like, oh, there was so much I didn't realize. There was so much I didn't know about how actually our beliefs that are often unconscious, how much they impact the physical reality and the physical experience I have with money. How much I can actually change around how I feel about money, how I'm set in this scarcity, lack mindset, or in this kind of abundance and wealth mindset, where it's like there's always too little or there is more than enough. And this shift has definitely impacted my life so much. And I feel like I really want to kind of bring that message to you too, that we can start working together on understanding these patterns and kind of the invisible realm behind our reality, and start to change these stories so that we're more well equipped to actually also take ownership of our lives and create the kind of lives we want to live. Create the kind of lives that would, maybe looking at it from where you are right now, would be like, oh, that's impossible. That's, that's totally just a, daydream that can never happen. But when we start to kind of peel back the layers, we can find that, oh, actually, we can change a lot of the things we think we cannot change. So, I will be sharing more about this 2-hour or 2 times 2 hour workshop, how to change our money reality, that I will be hosting and facilitating and co-creating with you. And more about that later. But just for today, let's just take a moment to feel into this frequency and this energy of money. What does it actually bring up in me if I pause to listen to it, if I pause to think about it? And maybe we notice that oftentimes it doesn't feel so positive. Sometimes it does, which is, whatever it is, that's all great. But let's just stay present to, let's have the courage to look at it in the face and kind of lift it, put it on the table. Okay, more tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. See you.